Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the AM Silver Bullet for May 7th. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the Kraken Silver Bullet Pro indicator and see where all the liquidity is at, right? So let's put that like that, and let's open the menu, slide this over. Yeah, let's see. I always leave previous day high and low on. It's very important to see. The other settings that I have is I have the silver bullet area open hour long here. I like showing the days of the week. I like the midnight horizontal line and vertical line. There's other lines you can add on there. I also like showing the swing points, and I like showing the fair value gaps. I don't always have the structure breaking ones on. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And that's really pretty much all I have on here. I have a different indicator I use for power of 3, so I'm actually going to turn that on right now. I'll show you at the end of the video. Okay, so let's go through the liquidity here. This just started the 10 o'clock hour. It's 10:01. So Asia high is right here. Asia low obviously been taken, so we can take those off. London session, the high and the low has been taken. There's the low, there's the high. So it already been taken. New York kill zone just started down here and here. So that's now there are targets. AM sessions not even on here in this range, so we don't care. New York lunch, not in that range, don't care. PM buy side has obviously been taken. Sell side's lower, so we don't need that on the chart either. Okay, so that is our targets. New York midnight open right there. All right, so we're going to see what this does here. And let's go play by play and see what happens. Swept all these lows here. It starts pulling back. We will start to pull a fib to see if it's going to take out this high or not here. Let's actually just pull a fib actually. So fib from high to low. Okay, why did I use that high and why did I use that low? I'll show you. I'm going to use my pointer. Because this is the highest point here. Obviously none of these took this out. So this is the swing high that took liquidity. And then why am I not using this one? Well, this one took liquidity, but this one's lower and it took even more liquidity. It took all that, right? So that is our current dealing range that we're in. If this would have gone up, I would have used that high. So I'm using that high to find out where equilibrium's at right here, and so optimal trade entry is right here. So I'm expecting it to retrace. Right now, I don't want to enter in there because I think this retracement should further go down is what I'd like to see. So there's no SMT right here, and there's no divergence either. There's no divergence to go long here either, and there's no SMT. So I don't like look at SMT with YM because it kind of does its own thing half the time. So you pretty much always have SMT with the Dow. I prefer ES, and so I kind of discount the Dow sometimes unless it's like that it's mirroring this and then it has a SMT, then I like it. But if it's been doing kind of its own thing, I don't count that as SMT. So right now this is doing its own thing, but we have SMT, but this is all different. All this whole leg up has been different on YM, so I don't really pay attention to it. We're in optimal trade entry area. We just took out this high here, so I want to see a reaction from this to go short. Let's see what is going to happen here. Optimal trade entry. Okay. All right, so this right here would be an order block right here. If it comes back up there, I'll take a trade to go short, targeting these lows and then maybe these lows down here. Let's see if I get an entry. No. Okay, well now I'm going to hold off and see if it comes back up, and it might just leave without me. That's fine. That's fine. So we can get an entry here. Why am I not taking this entry? Because if you pull the fib from here to here, this is in a discount. You don't short from a discount. You don't want to, so that's not advised. And my first target was here, so I'm really close to that, so I would want to be up here anyway. I don't like how it's stalling right here either. Let's see if ES. So there is some SMT building right here with ES. Again, I don't care about the Dow right today on this instance because it's kind of doing its own thing. All right, so let's zoom in here a little bit. So turtle souped that, and there is SMT right here. So let's mark out something. If I'm going to go long, because maybe my bias is wrong, like I was obviously looking for to go short. I wanted to take an entry up here. It never gave me my entry. Actually, right here, it never gave me. It came up, gave me my entry, and I was going to take an entry down here. It's not taking this low. It failed 4 times here. The bodies are respecting New York midnight open, and this wick just came down and wiped this liquidity out right above here or below here. So now, if it comes up, making this an inversion right here, this right here would be my breaker block. Why is that a breaker block? Let me show you. Low, high, lower, low. And if it breaks through, that'd be a breaker block. Okay, so we're just going to watch it. I'm not in a rush to get an entry. I got to see price action show me what it wants to do. And right here, well, close. Okay, it closed above. Okay, well that there made this an inversion as well. So I'm going to put this here like this. It's be an inversion fair value gap. Where's that at? Right here. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Ideally, I like the breaker block more. I'd like to have a little bit more closure above because, like I said, this could just be a pullback to, optimal trade entry from this leg up to go down. So I want to see it more, see what happens here. So it left the breaker, which is good. Okay. All right, let's buy one there. I don't like there is a fair value gap right here. Let's highlight that there. Fair value gap. Let's put my long position in. Obviously, I would have got in right there, but let's put it up here. And let's take my stop loss and put it right here. And let's take the TP to right here. 700, 700 even. Right there. Basically the New York kill zone going right there. Let's take the fib off. Not too many lines in this chart. Let's zoom in right here. Once it takes this high, I'm going to move my stop to probably above this high. We'll try to see how many PD rays are there. We'll kind of play it by ear. All right, let's see. But this trade I like because I got a breaker, an inversion, and a fair value gap all supporting price. Obviously, it comes down here. I'm severely wrong, right? But I like having 3 things helping to support price. All right, so count it with me. There's one PD ray. It's close. Let's see. We were aiming for 700, so 350 is 50%. We'll just move it right below that. We'll go break even now, so we're good. Commissions and fees. Right there, look at that. So we got 1, 2. If this one creates a third PD ray, we're still right there. Let's see here. Okay. I'm still at my 3 PD rays. Alright, done right there. Okay. Let's see this. Sorry about that, guys. I'm getting blasted with codes. All right, so there you go. All right, so let's look at the Kraken Visuals, what it showed. Okay, it has a lot of stuff there. Didn't have that on. Power 3 multiplier. I'm not going to show that right now. Let's show the time cycles. We had no SMT, no reason to go short. It's just kind of in this range right here. But price was obviously bullish this morning. But there's no reason for us to think this is a smart money reversal. It was just a pullback. So we were waiting to see if it was going to pull back higher and maybe it'd form SMT or something. But it didn't. There's no SMT here. There is with YM again, but YM is kind of doing its own thing right now, so down to discount it, so I didn't really want to use it and trust it. So it came up here. This was optimal trade entry. This is an order block. We tried to get in, but it didn't give us an entry to go short to target this low. We wouldn't have made it, so kind of lucky we didn't get into that trade, or it would have been a break-even trade. Came down here. It didn't take this low, but it just kind of froze. Like there's 4 equal lows right there. Very suspect. Then it gets swept, and again, look at the bodies respecting New York Midnight Open. And then it closed above, leaving an inversion fair value gap and a breaker, and creating a new fair value gap right here. This fair value gap right here. So when price left that, came back down, we took our trade. We had 3 PDRAs supporting price, felt very confident in our trade. And this would have been TP1, would have gone break even, take a partial off if you had more than 1 contract, and they were aiming for these highs, and that's what we got. Price goes up higher even, but that was where we were targeting. It was a 2.5 hour trade, and that is your AM silver bullet for Tuesday, May 7th, using the Kraken suite of indicators. And you can get those at ICTKraken.com.